On behalf of our family, I wish to extend gratitude to all of you for being here today to remember the life of my father, Jim Prentice. In your outpouring of support in recent days, you have so often found the words that fail us as we try to cope with the enormity of our loss. As you have stood from coast to coast in observance of moments of silence, you have shared the weight of the emptiness that bears down upon our hearts. My father was so much to so many, and he was absolutely everything to our family. In the beginning, my father was a devoted son and treasured prince to his parents, Wilma and Eric. I pray that my father has today been reunited with his mother and father, and that he can know for all eternity the pride that they had in him and all that he accomplished. His life was lived as a pledge to his parents, one of integrity, kindness, hard work, and community. Those principles and the man who embodied them were bedrock to our family. To his sisters, Karen, Joanne, Lori, and Nancy, and their families, he was both middle child and loving center around which we would all so often gather. No matter his public accolades, he was ever Doc Prentice's boy to the extended family who held him dear. This was a man of great humility. To Kate, Christina, and I, Dad was a doting father and an absolute champion. We were each so deeply loved and cherished by our dad, and in turn, we too held him above all others. I idolized my father as a child, but I am grateful also to have had these 2 short years together as adults, where my admiration only grew. I was always so proud to walk into a room with my father. To sons-in-law, John and Ryan, my father was a dear companion and a silent guide in the value he placed on his roles as husband, father, and friend. My dad loved the men his girls loved. To Jack and to Kaylee, my father was a devoted grandfather and an energetic playmate. He wanted the world for his grandchildren and delighted to watch them learn and grow each day. He particularly treasured his moments at the rink, getting Jack ready for hockey practice. Finally, for my mother, Karen, my father was a true partner and best friend. From their first days together, he dreamed of an eventful life dedicated to public service. Through their 33 years of marriage, what he accomplished in life, they accomplished together. My father owed so much to my mother's love and support, and he would often remember fondly the days they were, in his words, poor as church mice, setting out hand in hand to conquer the world. We should all be so lucky to be as loved as my mother was by my father. My father was a deeply thoughtful and generous man. In recent days, so many dear friends and family have described how my father made them feel, always welcome, always comfortable. His home was open to all, and there were few Prentice gatherings that didn't also include close friends, staff, or colleagues amongst family. My father surrounded himself with people he loved, and he forged enduring relationships of mutual trust and respect. Today, we also mourn the loss of one such friend and family member, my beloved father-in-law, Dr. Ken Gallatley. His boundless energy and joy for life found its perfect match in my father. Our family will forever treasure the memories of their laughter together in what we could not have known would be their final days. The tragedy of their passing remains impossible to believe, and today I find I am still not ready to say goodbye to my father, to our bedrock. But because my father cared so deeply about this country, this province, and the people in it, we know that we do not grieve alone. Broken and shattered, we must all today stand tall on the foundations that he laid: integrity, kindness, hard work, and community, but most importantly, the love of family. Thank you.